Welcome back to Tales Recapped. Today I'm going to explain the film called 13 Going on 30, released in 2004. Spoilers ahead, watch out and stay safe. The movie begins with a teenage girl named Jenna, who is about to take a pic for their yearbook album. The photographer directed her to smile and mistakenly called her Gina. When Jenna corrected his mispronunciation, the camera flashed on her and captured her irritated look. Days passed. Jenna saw her epic photo. To her embarrassment, Jenna placed the image on her chest to hide it before she walked into the hallway. In the middle of her walking, her short-haired, chubby best friend Matt appeared from behind and drove his arms around her shoulder, raised his camera, and took their picture. After getting surprised by his sudden appearance, Jenna told Matt to stop taking pictures, but Matt insisted on documenting her 13th birthday. Tom appeared together with other 6 chick members in the middle of their conversation. In her sassy tone, Tom told Jenna that she had invited Chris Grandy and her friend to go to her party, but they could not come because they had to make their research proposal. Because Jenna wanted to be part of the 6 chicks and be with her ultimate crush, Chris, she volunteers to do their paper instead. Matt unbelievably told how Jenna could invite those pretentious girls on their way home. Jenna retaliated that they were her friends, but Matt insisted that Jenna could not be one of them because she was unique. They were not. Matt offered her his favorite Razzles candy before they parted ways, giving up the argument. In front of the mirror, Jenna excitedly prepared for her birthday party. When her parents went inside to greet her, Jenna's mother, Bev, immediately noticed her bulky chest and found that her daughter had put crumpled tissues in her blouse to make her chest look more prominent. Bev pulled out the tissues and used them to wipe out the makeup on Jenna's grumpy face. She preached that Jenna is more beautiful than the women she admired in her Poise magazine collection. Jenna exasperately pointed out that she wanted to be like them, women in their 30s, attractive and flourishing. When her parents left Jenna's room, she hurriedly pulled out tissues and placing them again in front of her chest. While Jenna waited for the arrival of the 6 chicks and Chris Grandy, she danced in the basement where her party was held. In the middle of her dancing, Matt showed up in his long red sleeves while he carried a big brown box tied with a pink ribbon. Jenna excitedly went to Matt to ask about his present that her best friend was untying. Inside the big box was what he called Jenna Dream House. It is a vast Barbie doll-like house containing Jenna's favorites: Poise magazine, a big stereo, disc records, Rick Springfield, and Matt also included himself inside the dollhouse. After they scanned the gift, Matt pulled out a glittery wishing dust inside a small packet. He told Jenna that it could make one's dreams come true. Matt stood up and slowly sprinkled the dust above the dollhouse when he finished talking, while Jenna's eyes hopefully stared at every bit of shiny dust landing above her gift. When they heard the bell ring, Jenna panicked and shoved the dollhouse inside her closet, hurriedly ran upstairs, and opened the door for the 6 chicks and Chris. 6 chicks and Chris disgustingly stared at Matt's awkward dancing in the basement. Tom stopped the music and drove Matt away, which Jenna agreed, as she distanced herself from Matt and the shamefulness he brought. To his shame, Tom deviously smiled and went near Jenna to execute their plan. She told Jenna that she would be blindfolded inside her closet and wait for Chris to come inside and do anything he wanted to Jenna for 7 minutes. Nervousness and excitement filled Jenna's heart, yet she willingly offered herself to experience the game. Before she got locked, Tom and others got their research proposal on the table, grabbed food, and left Jenna alone. Before they left the basement, Matt arrived. To hide their plan, Tom told Matt that Jenna was waiting for him in the closet. Jenna got excited when the door in her closet opened. Assuming that it was Chris, she called his name, but to her shock, she saw Matt instead. She found that they were all gone and blamed Matt for it. Jenna's disappointment and frustration bottled up, so she pushed Matt aside and cursed herself and everybody inside the closet. She repeatedly pushes herself onto the table where the dollhouse is sitting, as Jenna continually recites her wish to be in her 30s, attractive and flourishing. Little did she know that the wishing dust above the dollhouse was slowly falling on her, making her wishes come to life. Jenna wakes up when she falls from the bed. She confusedly crawls to the door and opens it. At that moment, Jenna knows that she wakes up somewhere else. Even to her confusion, Jenna stands outside the door and calls her parents repeatedly as she walks into the hallway. When Jenna reaches the big round mirror on her right side, she turns towards it when she sees a woman wearing pink lingerie reflected in the mirror. she shockingly steps backward and falls behind a short wall. As Jenna asks herself about the shocking event, she roams around the unknown apartment and sees different bills named after her. So Jenna concludes that she lives in that place. To make sense of everything, Jenna tells herself that she is in a weird dream. But her justification is interrupted when a naked man from the bathroom gets out. Opposite to her exasperated and defensive reaction, the man teases Jenna to join him in his nakedness. But the woman grabs the coat behind the entrance door and hurriedly leaves. When she is out of the apartment, a high-cheekbone woman of her age stands behind a black car and tells Jenna to hurry up and come inside the wheels. Jenna shouts in the distance that she does not ride with strangers. The woman gets confused by Jenna's paranoid reaction, but convinces Jenna to hurry up for their meeting. After 1,000 reasons not to go with a strange woman, Jenna dives inside the car when the naked man in the apartment threatens to come after her. The strange woman introduces herself as Lucy Wyman after Jenna gets inside the car. Catching her breath and eyes wide open, Jenna asks Lucy if she is her best friend when Lucy tells their relationship. After she points out Jenna's retro vibe outfit, combining all her hilarious reactions since they met this morning, Lucy thinks that Jenna is pregnant or getting a hangover. But the paranoid woman argues that something strange happened. Before Jenna finishes her statement, they reach the building and stand before the entrance door. To give Jenna a favor, despite being confused, Lucy tells Jenna that she is an editor in the Poise magazine, which adds another piece to Jenna's confused dream. Despite that, she follows Lucy, who comes inside the Poise establishment. Once both of them walk up to the elevator, Jenna is welcomed by a staff and her assistant Arlene to ask of her decision on which magazine layouts to pick. Jenna does not know any of them, but proceeds to choose covers and continues to walk beside Lucy. When they reach the meeting room, Jenna meets her French boss named Richard. Arlene stands beside her and gently asks any of Jenna's requests. Jenna writes on a paper Matt's contact number to request Arlene to contact her best friend, but Richard orders Arlene to leave. So Jenna panics, crumples the paper, and throws it at the back of her assistant. Her confusing action gathers the people's attention in the meeting room, so Lucy makes an excuse that Jenna gets a hangover. The meeting is about Sparkle magazine, which gets near the success of Poise. Richard thinks they have to level up in their game in their field. When he asks Jenna her opinion, the woman excuses herself to the bathroom. When she sees her nameplate beside the entrance door, Jenna assumes that it is her office room. Once she's inside, Arlene knocks on the door to tell the address of Matt. Jenna desperately wants to make sense of the things she experiences, but her family is away, so it is only Matt who she thinks can help her. Jenna hurriedly goes to Matt without a second thought, not knowing that she is leaving behind tons of appointments for the day. Once Jenna reaches Matt's location, she knocks repeatedly. When Matt shows up, Jenna is surprised by his different appearance. A tall and tough guy replaces the old chubby kid. Matt lets her in, and Jenna learns that her old best friend gets photography as his work. She also tells Matt of her strange experiences, of how she teleports so far when yesterday was just her 13th birthday. Matt assumes that Jenna takes illegal medicines, but Jenna argues that Matt has to help her remember anything. But Matt disapprovingly says he cannot help her because they are no longer friends since Jenna avoided him on her 13th birthday. This information shocks Jenna again. Her body cannot grasp the information, leading her to sit on the sofa. Matt shows Jenna their yearbook picture. Despite little details about his old best friend, she learns that she used to be a six-chick leader, a prom queen with Chris Grandy as her partner, and Lucy and Tom Tom are just the same person. After learning bits of information from her past, Jenna and Matt bid their goodbyes. In the bar, Jenna and Lucy drink and enjoy their time together. When they get out of the bar, Jenna sees the naked man across the street. She learns from Lucy that he is Jenna's boyfriend. As both women talk, they see Matt on the road with Wendy, whom he introduces as his fiancée. Shock and disappointment entangle Jenna's feelings, but she hides them with a smile. The next day in their office, Richard says that Sparkle copies their design, so he proposes that they should redesign the vibe of Poise, which Jenna agrees with. They have 2 weeks to prepare, and Jenna is expected to work with Lucy. But when she walks into the hallway of their office, Jenna eardrops Lucy's conversation with another woman. They maliciously stab Jenna with their hurtful words and plan to work separately and leave her behind. To escape from this unpleasant conversation, Jenna drives her way out. On her table, Jenna grabs a magazine that contains different photos taken by Matt. and starts conceptualizing by sticky notes above the images. After that, she meets Matt and hires him to be the photographer for her project. Jenna wants to bring back the class of 2004. Pictures of girls in a soccer team, slow dancing at parties, and graduation pictures add to their concept. She wants to show a different facet of women empowering, those admirable women that everyone can embody. Lucy presents fashion suicide 2 weeks later, but her idea gets rejected. Opposite to her, Jenna's concept is admired and applauded. This unacceptable information drives Lucy to lie to Matt that Jenna wants a better photographer than him and makes him sign a paper to allow Lucy to get their photos, leave the Poise company, and presents the images to Sparkle magazine. The photos blow up and show immediately on every type of advertisement. Jenna walks out of the Poise building and devastatingly looks at the bus where their stolen class graduation is plastered. In a second, she immediately rides a taxi and proceeds to Matt's house, who is about to get married. After hiding her face by using a bouquet, Jenna goes inside Matt's room. The guy is wearing a tux and is prepared for their wedding. Jenna tries to stop Matt from marrying Wendy. Matt confesses that he always loved Jenna, but the long time they missed is enough for him to move on and choose Wendy. Matt gives Jenna again his dollhouse gift to bid her goodbye. Crying and hopeless, Jenna exits his room. She leaves behind the door of a guy who not only cared for her, but Matt, who was her only faithful friend. Jenna sits on the edge of the entrance door and stares at the dollhouse, silently whimpers, and shuts her eyes closed. Little did she know the clouds of dust on the top of the dollhouse blew their way on her to grant her true wish. The next thing went back to Jenna's 13th birthday, when she is blindfolded waiting inside the closet. She smilingly takes off her blindfold as she finally realizes things. Matt opened the door and Jenna welcomed him with a kiss. She then grabbed from TomTom the research proposal paper and tore it apart. Matt confusingly, yet happily, followed Jenna upstairs. The next scene goes back to the future. Jenna and Matt smilingly go out of Jenna's house with Matt's tux and Jenna's wedding gown. Both happily join everyone who cheers for their union. The movie ends with Matt and Jenna moving into their own pink American house. Subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell icon. And lastly, leave a like, as it will really help the channel out. Thanks for watching.